Right, today we are going to analyze TXT's Taehyun.
Yep.
about me now.
Eight components that make up a great voice, okay? And we're gonna go through all of them. So Taehyun, let's talk about breathing.
Yes.
Now, I looked at a bunch of different compilations of him performing live. Looks like he's got that pretty good. What I love that he does with breathing though so much is he utilizes the breath in his style. And we'll talk about that in a second, but you'll notice that at the end of every phrase, he adds a breath. I'm gonna put you on the spot, but give an example. Sing some line and then add that stylistic breath on the end of the phrase. Let's go. Yeah, you notice how on the end of each ad-lib, she's releasing breath?
Yep.
That's that kind of stylistic tool that you can use with breathing. So as far as like the breathing, like technically, the breathing
technicality.
Yeah, the technique of breathing. I'm not so sure. I think he could improve with the support, but you know what? He makes up for it in the way that he uses it with his style.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about pitch. I thought it was pretty solid.
I do too.
There were a couple places that I heard a little bit of off notes, but who doesn't?
You're not a robot.
Oh my gosh! When I was doing a ton of performing, I guarantee you could have taken one little slice.
Yeah.
And you'd been like, look at this loser and his off pitchness. So it happens to the best of us. Okay, I'm not too worried about that for the most part. On the records, he's killing it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You agree?
I think that he sounded to me, his pitch didn't bother me. I felt like it was really good for live. You know, that's something that good enough.
Definitely. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to tone. Now, tone, I said that as I like coughed, so you probably couldn't understand what I said.
Windy.
Tone, I like it. It's very bright, and in a sense, he's kind of breaking the rules with his tone.
Definitely.
Because he's squeezing to get that bright sound. What I also really like that he did on a couple of the tracks that I heard is he added grit, especially in the live sets. I would love to hear more of that.
Yeah.
Like that's something I would absolutely love to hear more, just to like set him apart that much more.
Yeah.
But the tone is beautiful. It's that bright angelic tone.
And from all the clips that we heard, I didn't feel like his tone was just one tone. I felt like I was hearing other tones within his tone.
So we had a bit of variety.
Yeah, I feel like he experiments depending on the song he's doing. He doesn't sound exactly the same. You know, every song requires a different kind of tone.
Especially when we heard that distortion and that grit. So yeah, I like it for sure. Now I think that there could even be room for improvement here. If he would release on the high notes, it could enhance the frequencies that you hear. That being said, he's doing just fine, okay?
Terrific on tone.
Yeah, he's doing just fine. Very successful. Let's talk about his range. Got solid high notes.
I would say he's a really great range.
Yeah, and the falsetto notes, head voice notes, really good. Now, I would love to hear some more low notes from him personally, just because I feel like he has it.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with it. If he sounded very comfortable up in his upper range.
I want to hear those low notes. Come on.
Let's go low.
Connection.
It's cold.
Okay, connection. This is where you remove the break in your voice, that puberty crack. So, right, you can go all the way up and down your range without having that break. Very important for a singer. I am not sure about this with him because all of the takes that I heard, he would always flip into a falsetto.
Right.
I did hear some utilizing a mixed voice, which is awesome, but I'm sure he can. I just have to be honest, I didn't hear enough clips to hear that like smooth transition up.
You mean like from like low, like to
all
high?
The way low, all the way, without having any kind of little vocal break or having to flip into a falsetto. That being said, this is more important. The control of two muscles. You get connection by controlling two muscles on the vocal cords called the TA and the CT. It's not as complicated as you think. You don't need to have perfect connection for the studio, but this would really help him in his live sets if he doesn't. Now let's talk about control. And when I'm talking about control, I mean volume dynamics. So can you sing while staying with full control very quietly, and can you sing very loud without losing all of these other components, okay? I think he's doing a great job at that. Literally within every phrase, he's varying his dynamics. He's varying, the volume. So sing a phrase, just one volume.
Hi,
Okay, now sing that same phrase, I guess.
Yeah.
Sing that with volume dynamics.
Okay. And I will always love you.
Awesome. That was a great example. So notice how she brought it back at the very end. More quiet, breathy.
Yeah.
That's being able to control your dynamics. I think he does a great job at that, so shout out to him.
Yep.
Let's talk about his vocal agility. We both were impressed there.
Very impressed, actually.
Yeah, he was able to sing some of those riffs and runs,
Yep.
which is awesome.
And they were very clean
Yeah.
and precise. And I think when it comes to agility, that's kind of what I'm looking for, is you can have a great run, but when it sounds really clean and like effortless, I feel like that's, I don't know, for me, that's what does it for me.
100%. Yeah, you need to have that precision between notes. It's not enough to just slide through notes. You've got to be precise. And we were both pretty impressed with this. I think that there's always room to improve for everybody when it comes to agility.
Yep.
That being said, we were impressed with that style. That's really, this is his main area. That's what makes him a great vocalist to me.
This is where he's great.
Style, you know?
Yep.
All of this, I think, has a lot of improvement, as we all do, right? So no stress at all. But this guy's a master at style. I love the different nuances in his voice, adding the breath on the end of the phrase, the emotion behind that he sings with.
Yeah.
Taehyun style, I definitely approve.
He's got style.
So this
He's got
is
vocal style. Give him that.
this is our analysis of Taehyun's vocals. I've been impressed with TXT recently, and I just wanted to kind of do a deep dive on his voice. Let me know, should I do the other members as well? Leave it down in the comments. And of course, if you would like to learn to sing and master these 8 components, I've got a free trial for you. You can run through my entire program, which will take you through mastery over all of these components. Sing maybe in the way that you used to sing when you first started.
Yeah. And I will always love you.
Yeah. And now sing after you've mastered these components.
And I will always love you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was amazing. And look, you
I
can
had hair
do
in my
the
mouth.
same thing, okay? You can do the same thing. You can improve at this.
Yep.
This is our program for you, these 8 components.
Yep.
Run it on the free trial, free for 7 days. You got nothing to lose, and no pressure to stay at all. Like literally, no pressure to stay. That being said, this is the roadmap, and at the very least, take the trial because it's free. Run through it, and we both believe
give it a whirl.
You're gonna want to keep running with it. But if not, no pressure. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's there for you in the top comment and description. Until next time.
Peace.